Good evening, friends, and welcome to the traditional farmers' democracy. As you can see, the food factory is on fire. And regrettably, there are no fire trucks coming to deal with this fire, and goddammit, the people are dying here. Yes, people are actually dying, and this is quite the spectacle, actually. It is awful, of course. It is completely awful, and people are dying. And it is the food factory that is burning to the ground here. Why was that? Why is that? Why is it burning to the ground? I tell you why it is burning to the ground. And there it goes. Goodbye, food factory. You have done much good during the years. That's it. 30 people. Oh. Yes, I am terribly sorry about that. We do, however, have quite a bit of food in the stores, various warehouses, yes, and vehicles. So I'm not in too much of a panic for this. And this thing, we don't need any. Something was saved. The iron mine. Oh, great. We don't need this. Right. And instead, we should try and do something better. There's a dust cloud. Don't use the bulldozer in dust cloud, especially not when there are electrical wires around. But there we go. Yes, and we should have food and crops related here. And it ought to be a food factory. And this time, it is not really possible to get the road. I mean, because the problem arose since there was no road connection. And that you cannot do. This might be one of those where it actually can do it. Okay. And the road. I mean, I think that we have time to pave the road. Oh, god damn it! There is not a snap point, or what you'd call it, in there, and it's I don't know. Of course not. It's just not. This is not going to happen. Crap. Yes, I was about to get this, but yes, there you go. It's completed, finished, done, or at least the plans for it in no time at all. Why this is not? For some reason, some other infrastructure is not in the way. Right, but this won't work. It doesn't matter, because it's not possible to get the road on to here. Just isn't. Okay. You see, I don't care if you clip into the building here. It's as long as we can get building in the way. But it will not go far enough. No. What do we do? Apparently, obviously, this is not a good place for this. But it will be the place for the food factory, because I'm not changing all this stuff. Agri-farm. Food factory, yes. Doesn't have to be so large. Yes, because what you need to do is angle the road. I mean, previously it was like this. The problem is just that it's not possible to get the road out of here. No. Well, this one I don't think actually is used. And it could be replaced. Let's see if it works first. Put it back as it was then. Which was something like this. But we should try. Wait, this is... Yes. If we get in like this, maybe. As close... And leave us as much space as possible for this. Okay, and road. Would you please do this? We have a crossing. We have a crossing. And you're coming down. Okay. Yes, we're doing this then. We're having goodbye. Tearing down things. Yes, but it's important. It's for the food factory. It is very, very, very important. It's level crossing, but it will not be used in daily things. We want a pipe engine transfer or a forklift facility, rather. Yes. Pardon me. Yes. Pardon the noise and everything, but factory connection crossing. No, forklift road crossing is the one you want. Like that. Yes, about. There we have it, and that one, and yeah, you can do that. I mean, this might take a while to get done. But 125 tons of food here, and the train is almost full, I suppose. It is a bit unfortunate, but what are you going to do? We need this too. Yes, this is extremely important. It should go here in a more reasonable fashion, if you wouldn't mind. Yes. Sure. Yes, I mean the road, the footpath. No, that was actually a mistake. People will start walking here and there will be ages before... what? Did you just... You can do increments. Either that was a fluke or something, or it has changed somehow. Or have not done that before, maybe. Unlikely. But here... You see, I mean, no workers or mechanism. Is that because there are none, or because there are a few? So it's a logistical problem. Yes, it's annoying when you get that in the throat, but. Yes, I have put. As you see, the gas station is finished. This, but before we get this, yes, stuff is coming. Yes, but it's going to take a long time before we have electricity here. Yes, but we'll soon have gravel. I'm not sure if it will work without electricity. Now we'll see about that. It might, but very slowly. You never know. But you see here, this rail line is finished. Yes, it is now. Yes, it is now reachable. If it would be finished, it would be reachable, and it is not far away. If there are buses. This one is heading out with a full tank. Very good. And here, yes, if we could get fuel into here, which we're not going to be able to do in a bit, because we need a switch and a high voltage wire and a power transformer. And the medium voltage wire, this one. Yes, I hope, let's just make sure that this one is not on anyone's to-do list. It is. It should not be. The other one, it's this one that we want you to be building. And that is not assigned. And that's a good thing that we fixed them. Yes, and you don't need to do this. As the food factory that burnt down And the people who died. It's very sad. But there we go, the gravel arrived for the new road. That's good. But it will be a couple of weeks here. What are you doing here? Exactly. I think that you do good in heading out for the moment. Maybe that will help, I don't know. Yes, it did. It needs access to the parking space to unload onto here, yes. I might have to do that more times. Yes. I think it will be fine. What is this? What are you doing? Are you unloaded gravel too? It's fast for this bit, okay. Yes, but this will be a while, because we need to build all the way out to here. Yes, all the way. It doesn't look that long, but every little segment here, you know, it's slow work. What is this? But what's going on? Yeah, of course. Yes. We're not using crops quite at the same rate as we were previously, which means problems. But why are there absolutely no workers in here? There ought to be some. No workers. One worker. What's going on? People are still living here. But yes, this... I mean, we may have food for everyone. That's no problem. But this will be a problem. Yes, but let's take this opportunity then to do this. You unload here instead and wait. Yes, that's a small one. And I mean, you are just rubbish. You sad leverance 8. That was a line. Wonder if anyone else here was. Yes, that one was also a line, probably. Right. Then what we'll do is. Well, that line. They already have it, but it doesn't. Or I don't know. I'm confused. It's moving again. For the moment. Yes. Let's turn up the taps here, so that we get some consumption of the crops. While we have and turn this up to, if it's possible to store. It's not really possible to store a whole lot more than what we're already doing. But now it's coping. Yes, and what we have here is crop delivery 1. These are really the T138. I mean, they're excellent for the gravel roads, but nowadays they are a little bit dated. After all. Should we be bothered about that? I mean, it would. Yes, it would quicken the delivery time here, but it probably take this way anyway. Yes, I think they do. You reckon they've gotten to any workers into here yet? Oh, it's no workers or mechanism. 121 workdays remain. How are you doing here, buses? They have everything now. Very good. Ingersta bus stop tiny. Get in. But where are you? Oh, there's quite a bit of traffic here. I suppose one thing I could do is to build yet another construction office over in where they are supplying it. No, well, we could. It would probably do some good, but the idea was to have this going. So if we could get a bit of priority, but this needs workers to build. And that is a little bit of a... Well, 14. It should be fine. Fine. Something should happen. Let's see. All of the railroad here is... not all, but quite a bit of it is finished. You can now get working on auxiliary link. Damn it, impossible word. But that lines, yes. Have the more music. Yes, of course. As whenever the buses get here, they will continue working a bit, and the people are not happy. They really aren't happy. I mean, this is the only way that I can think of to get them to actually build without without auto purchasing anything. We need to sacrifice people. I suppose the first thing that we should have built is just a temporary little shop for these people living out here. Just something for them to eat, which ought to make them last a while longer. Yes, maybe even possible hope to get them to survive into the future. But let's see, shop, yes. I've gotten a few new things. Let's see if we can find something. Now we'd want something that is very, very small, but it must have a parking space. This, I don't believe, has a parking space. Well, it has a road connection, but preferably 2 parking spaces. Yes, kiosk, food, small shopping center, that's too much. Grocery store. This looks pretty handy. Does it have 8 workers, 9 tons of food, 2 tons of meat? That's a bit overpowered, but it doesn't. It's temporary things. This. And don't do a road, because we want you to be doing here. Mud road, yes. Right, and we need to get the help here. Katzinshad, yes, you can be. No, you really want this should be up here, because you use this a whole lot more. Yes. A building is on fire again, but I thought everything had a road connection, and it turns out that the food factory didn't. No, that was not constructed. In the beginning, the base was set up with the capital that we got, and from then on, have been pretty self-sustained, somewhat, pretty much. But you're getting distracted. Train aggregate. Yes, I'm getting the construction office from here. Hansasino construction office. You're helping with the shop too. And if we could see... Katzinshad was the one I want here. Yes. What else are you working on? Get a road. Just to be clear here that this is very important. We shall have all of them. Well, as many as possible working on it. Whatever it was that was burning, it is now out. conveyor road crossing in Beatus. Yes. It's not done yet. There are still workers missing, but here it is. A bus is arriving. This bus is what will get the work done. And the workers, of course, when they get there. And of course, now that the bus is arriving, there are no workers waiting here. Have they all left? Yeah, no, not quite left, but they all went to work here instead. No one is working here until we get the stuff in. Pouring concrete, you apparently don't need to do groundworks for this building. That's handy, but it's very well in line with the idea of this being temporary. Did you get anyone? No one. Would you mind heading back to the bus stop? I don't think it will. Grocery store, still 4 people there, 1 person here. And yes, it's not going to... most people have moved out by now, but we're not moving more in just yet. That would be cruel at this point. No, we're getting here, first of all, as a little shop for food. There won't be any clothing or such available, but food and meat they should be able to enjoy. Construction has stopped, no work. Yes, and there is no one on board. Wouldn't happen to be any more buses heading here. And I sincerely hope that you do the clever thing now and go back to the small, tiny bus stop here. Please. Right turn. Yes, you want to. Very good. I've selected the wrong vehicle. You wanted this one. Yes, bus stop tiny. Because there's only 121 workdays left, which is a bit. But all the steel is here, and the mechanical components are also here. Let's keep this one around for a bit here and head over to the train production line. Because for this purpose, we're going to need a train. This is the road vehicles production line. Yes, or just vehicle. This is the train thing though, and they have not managed to complete a single hopper. What? How slow are you working? How slowly are you? More. Yes, I think that we are underusing the potential here quite a lot, or have been. Empty buses going, or empty rather. Yes, you see, 65 workers are left on board, and this is all you do. Then you allow people to get out again in town. No. You come back. No, we let them get out. Then they might get a job somewhere else, and they won't be without for the day. Yes, maybe we should increase here even further. Yes, we need a few hopper cars. Come on, people, do it. Give it. Yes, it's soon finished, So let's give it all we got. I.e. the unloading thing, which I was. Yes, it is here. Still no workers or mechanism. And we're bringing the most exciting resource there is on this train. Yes, gravel. Yes, lovely. Look here, now they are arriving in droves. Fantastic. Through the back door, but it's out of necessity. It's very convenient, I think. I would think that it is convenient. That is. Look at this. Yes, I mean, if we want to, we can certainly build stuff here at quite a rate. Yes, but this will now start using up the steel. How are we doing on the steel? That's nuclear fuel. Nothing. None whatsoever here. Steel transport. You're at the steel mill. Okay. As you see, it's always in demand, the steel. Beatas, they've used a tiny amount. Okay. You really should be heading to Oskarshamn here. Everyone else is good. You can come here now. Yes. You never know. It may also alleviate some problems with regards to the availability of steel over at the steel mill area. Ironically enough, it's the most difficult place to get it. You could be waiting, but then again, no, we don't want it to be blocking. There are 2 parking spaces. Wait. Yes, people have arrived. 14 workdays left. It will be complete soon. Or finished, rather. Yeah. And another bus is arriving. This, I don't think it will be needed. There are 2 workdays remaining. It's completed. Building is without power supply. Indeed. I really hope that... What's this? That would be that would be the substation. You thought that this one would do it, but it's not going to. Okay, and this road, I mean, this is not going very quickly, but here comes, yes, a bulldozer is on the way. Good. Then we could do a little bit of this here thing, cancel that bit, and instead do that, yes. And this as well. We'll do a bit of mud track here. Yes, I know it is not great and such, but we need to get going a bit. This. Yes, to build the roads, we need gravel. To get gravel, I think that we're going to need to get electricity. Also, getting electricity is of the utmost importance here. You still haven't made it here. You're standing still. You have caused a little bit of a problem, or you are causing a little bit of a problem here for all the construction vehicles, you know, and that's not very good or helpful of you. What if I were to... It is a very long way away to here. Damn it. But if you were to... say, consider this place as home. Yes, then you did a U-turn. Now to fool you into, you didn't do a U-turn. And this is, pardon the, God damn it, you had it. You get back to that bit. Yes, that's good. Although all the trees are in the way. Yes. But this is quite a nice convoy that we got. I mean, you had fuel available on the way over here. Why didn't you fill up? So there apparently it was possible to make a U-turn. And that's the entire fleet. I wonder how long you have been standing there. Quite a while, I'd imagine. And you see this? This will make a bit of difference. I think they are still a couple of days of travel away, though. But yes, critical things are here. We have is this, and vehicles are coming. Very good. And then electrical wire. And electrical wire is hopeless. I mean, even at a place where you have all the bits and pieces that you need and all the workers that you definitely need, it's not easy. Why would you be standing around here? Well, no, you cannot be doing this. Come on. You must understand. You are now heading home. Okay, screw you. Let's roll the dice and hope that this one wins. It did. But yes, there, of course. No. That ought to have been red. No. You know, this. Yes. This should be a chain signal, I think. If that, I don't know. It will not be that later on anyway, when this is finished. But we don't want to be hindering the construction vehicles. Thought you'd be doing this, but you're not. You're doing this, I suppose. As you see, railroad is finished all the way to everything. That is why we are deploying a train here. How many hoppers? 2. You finished, and yes, you'll finish one more pretty soon. So you'll do this, load up on trains. I mean, I don't want you to load up on the locomotive. Will you pull it over here? We'll see what happens. But I would want this hopper to be finished too, which it will be very quickly, very soonish. I think that we could send the train off now. Yes, we could. The train, the locomotive. It's not the train. This does not a train constitute. On the way back, it will. Yes, you did hook the locomotive up as well. Okay, so we'll have 4 cars of gravel. Yes, and I suppose that when they have finished that first load, we will have built a few more of these. Quite a few more, I'd say. This rate, but each and every one they require a bit of things to build. Okay, there we have it. Which one is the new one? You don't have anything. Yeah, you're probably new. Doesn't say anywhere that it is new or such. No. It is not new anymore, I think, since we put it out. And you cannot do this. No. You can't. You can do that sometimes. Yes. I'd suggest that you go down here. Yes, and well, not into town, but out here. Yes, here there's a train aggregate loader where you load up on the gravel. Yes, and then you are heading all the way up to here, and you're going to have to do that. I think. I'm pretty sure. That's a very long trip. Load and wait until loaded. Don't want you going empty for some reason, or even half full. And we'll see what happens, but I don't think that it's going to work without the electricity. You know, bulldozer is working very good. Slowly mangling, getting the gravel into place. A bit more music, yes. 600 kilograms of gravel you brought all the way out here. Very good. And apparently I read someone who had dug deep into this on the Steam forums. I didn't dig on the Steam forums, I suppose, but he had dug deep into it and reported on it. And when it is on the north here, it actually you're not running free, even though it is allowing you to do it, because it is keeping a tab on just how much below zero you've gotten, and you will need to refill that before it starts filling up the tank. But we look at this: 6.7 tons of concrete, 5.2 gravel. There's still 4 tons of asphalt remaining. Oh, this has stuff. Oh, that's good. Has this been assigned? I think it has a few times by now. Yes, it is very, very, very much urgently needed. Oh, what happened to this truck? You're still... Oh, you made it. You made it to Katinshad. Would you be a dear and fuel up on the way here before you park up in the depot, if you wouldn't mind? You apparently would mind, but if I now tell you to go to work again and go to Inkersta gas station, please. No, you can figure out the way to. It's right over here. Somewhere. Here it is. Don't tell me that you are driving all the way up to... Yes, you're done. You're driving to Inkersta power transformer at 19 kilometers an hour. Yes. How much fuel do you reckon you're going to have left to do work when you get there? None. But there you go, 1800 liters of diesel on board. That should allow us to make the trip. Yes, and there is something, if we look out over the landscape here, we can notice something. That even though there are many names left, there are not that many. Because apparently you can actually remove these, at least the ones that have no buildings. Such as this one. It's the last one that has Murmansk. Yes, Murmansk. And that's nice. That's very nice. List of containers. Slutförvaring 1. It must be full. It still isn't full. That's when we only use, a tiny amount of electricity here. How much are we up to now in all of the kingdom? Yes, it's a kingdom now. After the Soviet Union has fallen, it's a kingdom now. Traditional farmers' kingdom. The kingdom of traditional farming. Or something. Yes, 6.7 megawatts. That's not very much. It's a very small amount, in fact, especially considering the enormous potential that we have. Yes. We'll have a bit of the workers' march. Look at them here. That's not bad. Where did the train go, by the way? The gravel train. I suppose it went to fetch gravel. How far has it gotten? It didn't go for a refuel here. Why would you? It's only the best place for it. Have you gotten this far, really? Yes, you have. Here you are. You're actually doing great. Plowing through here. It's nice that we have these. The quickest locomotive, the quickest diesel locomotive. I think that we should. Someone ought to make a mod with a bit quicker locomotive, diesels. Because the electric can go like a lot quicker, I think, like 150 or something. There are some who do, isn't there? Although maybe you wouldn't want to be doing 150 kilometers an hour with an enormous amount of hopper wagons filled with coal or gravel, for that matter. You will bring 240 tons of aggregate. That's good. You don't do anything silly later on and try and go this. What are you doing now? You figure, I need fuel. Where can I get fuel? Well, it's not difficult. It's on the way. We have services. They're not bad, these trains, these locomotives. They don't have the most exciting shape or color scheme, maybe. But they are good. And we have built them ourselves, which makes them even better. 19th of April of 1992. 20th of April of 1992. Yes, it usually comes after the 19th. That's usually how it works. Here we have a bit of these signs, construction signs. But that railroad, it's completely unnecessary. Yes, it's just another connection to the west, and we already have an excellent connection to the west. Yes, if anything, it will be later. Yes, we have gravel, we have coal. We have, in fact, an enormous amount of coal. 638 tons. Yes, that ought to last you a while. You see, you wanted to go and refuel. No problem at all. Take it, all you can have. Which turns out to be a bit Isn't this... what? The weight of the train is not increasing. I don't believe it. No. 167 tons. It has been... There you go. No, I didn't know that. Apparently fuel, the weight of fuel is not included. Here, it doesn't matter that much for a train, but they are bringing airplanes, and in airplane logistics, airplane infrastructure, in airplanes, yes, the weight of fuel is an enormous factor. Yes. Weight overall is an enormous factor, much more so than with trains, especially cargo trains here, like this one. So you'll head around the lake and then get Molcha here. That seems unimportant to me. Like it doesn't need to be there. But this cannot be deleted because you claim that there are buildings. 4 buildings in Molcha. I wish I could see them, but we cannot. I'm just curious at which route this will take. I don't think that the railroad is finished. Should we go and have a look if the access is finished from this end? I mean, it was finished, but I did something to it. I mean, it is connected, and the train might... Is it even... Yes, it's connected. This and yes, the train will definitely go this way, which may or may not cause a problem. It all depends on what we got here in terms of construction vehicles. And probably we have construction vehicles ahead of... They should not need going here though. No. UK 25 extended. Yes, you are heading here. Oh, very, very, very slowly. And I don't suppose that we'd make it ahead of you to the junction. No, because you've already been through it. No, but you're soon there. We might not even catch up to you. Where are you? You are loading up on the gravel. Very nice. Gravel is coming. For Inkersta. The name pending, obviously. The culture capital. I have to have a think about that. But it turns out then that, I mean, it's not impossible to completely build your own or build up something from the ground up, or take over, embrace an existing settlement without auto-purchasing something. I mean, if I just would have purchased the electricity, for example, we would be in a completely different situation. I'm just a bit curious about which route this train will take, but we'll have to come back to it because it's still a ways away before it will be apparent which route it did take. So let's go and have a look at the food factory. Is it coming along? Not really. But the road is finished, and probably the 3 construction officers are working on it. Everything is dumpers, mixers, good. Food. No food left here. Okay. That's not good. Let's see here all the map. Food 550 tons. And Abiatis warehouse 184 tons, Sernakova 120, Molna 109, Katzinstad 80, and Yes, that's very fine. That they'll will endure a while longer. How's the traffic situation here? Yeah, it's not bad. Yes, how much fabric do you think that we made so far? They won't be able to store or export fabric very soon. No workers. No workers. It's still very stochastic here. Or have I messed up? Yes, it's still reachable. Uh, 329 meters, but it is reachable. It's just that there are no buses coming. Well, there are, but there's the food worker line from Molna, and then the original food worker line. Mostly from Molna, they're coming. Here comes one, very good. Well, this should be evidence enough that we have 111 tons in here. 12, yes, the clothing we don't need to do so quite so quickly. It's because that we have so much crops, so much, yes, crops so much in abundance, many crops in abundance, that we're ramping up this a bit. No workers. The bus just arrived. What are you saying? Or did it go for a refuel? Where did it go? Or where did the workers go? Oh, it was not a bus, one of those, but it was a construction office bus. I see. Here, I know, you're also a construction office bus. Well, they'll be arriving shortly. Yes, groundworks has finally started here. Oh, 500,000 rubles. It must have been, or something from just about anyway. And here, 500 tons of meat, 75. Oh, good. As the meat industry is well balanced. Let's see. Can we see if you have chosen a path? Yes, I suspected you did choose this way. And you're in luck because the line is clear. I mean, this is a bit more like it. Traveling at this rate rather than 60 kilometers an hour out on that road. Yes, this is twice as quick, at least. Twice as quick. Unless we have to wait for a construction train, for example. Then it is a lot slower. But I think that the construction train is happily going along here. We should not be doing silly things regarding this. Sorry, come back. Yes. Yes, you were doing quite a good lick there, and I could have waited half a second. Yes, that still needs to be two-way, or doesn't it? No, it doesn't. Why was it? Why is it? Yes, you figured it out. Good. Right, and there you'll have a red, unfortunately, and that might stay red for a little bit here. Yes. Well, it won't be too bad as soon as he's made it up to there. Yes. For now, this needs to be two-way, but I don't know if it's possible to do like this. You'd have to have one. I don't know, it doesn't matter. There are so few trains. Yeah, but you can't have both as change signals because then they'll end up in some sort of loop. But there you go, you should have green very soon. Well, when this point meets this point or passes this point, yes. Turns out then that the mystery to combining semaphores and construction is to just use them as regular. Yes, nothing else. Just that you need them two-way, and building roundabouts is more or less impossible because the train will insist on going back the same way as it came. But there we are. That will do nicely. And I did close it down, but it's yes, it's red heading this way, so it's coming. Yes, there it is. And more resources are coming here. Here's a bit of prefab panels. What are you going to do? Oh, for the grocery store. How's that going? We don't have prefab panels. There's no use in getting to work here yet. This you have not managed to build neither. An excavator is heading for the... Oh yes, the 17 kilometers an hour. Okay, oh, more road is finished. More road is finished. Very good. We'll do this. Cutscene shut construction office. And try and get a hold of the other one as well. Here. Ansasino construction office. Is there anything that isn't being worked on for the moment? Look at this. The medium voltage line is completed. How did they manage to do that? High voltage line not completed. Oh, steel, electrical components, switch, not even anything. Yes, electricity will be a while longer. Yes, are we working on this? Yes, Cutscene Shud is working on it, but not Hansasino. Hansasino should also be working on it. It might help, or it might make things worse, I don't know. And this is all, I mean, very good question. Oh, we have road to both the asphalt plant and the other thing, concrete plant. Yes, I mean this we could remove and do a mud road. The train has arrived. Are the resources available? No, they're not. No, there isn't. But you will wait here as a good little train until such time that electricity arrives to this place. I think that we should cut down a bit on the old here hopper construction, hopper building, hopper car building, hopper wagon building. What's going on here? What are you all doing? You want to get plastics for the railroad construction line. Yes, and I suppose you are all in here waiting for chemicals, aren't you? Yes. This, for example, the nuclear fuel fabrication, it doesn't need its dedicated truck anymore. You can go and park up here. Thank you, what to say. There we go. Go and look. Is there anything else that we could make that is defunct? Okay. Mechanical components. No. Even more mechanical components. Do I really need 2 of these? They do exactly the same thing. Don't they? Yes, they do. We don't need 2 of them. Yes, we'll park you here. You still have some though. You will do this instead. Here, cancel, and go here. If you will be able to unload, we'll see. But then you go here. Almavar, no, Beatus Road Cargo Station. Where you unload, that's where we want you to go. Almavar, don't do that. Eventually it will get here. And now that traffic knot is unknotted. Here, apparently there has been built a rather expensive road for this quarry. And a rather insane road, not something. I mean, yes, it is paved, but it is also very, very. Not something that this feels somewhat safer. Maybe. As you have to watch out here. Very much watch out there, you have to do. Okay then, we'll just go up here. And see, I mean, until we get electricity in, we don't have any benefit of this. But when we get this, we also nothing. And this power line is not actually built. No, it is not even assigned to construction office. Okay, then we should have to do so. You wanted that window. I just got a bit confused here. You want these? It's very helpful as usual here with this. There we go. Here around there should be a power line somewhere. There we go. There it is. Come on. Yes, come on. Come. Thank you. And we click that too. Now, I'm not sure if it was that one that I did before or not. But there we go. You are now assigned. Get built, please. Where does it go, though? That small one. Where does it go? Is it even connected to the power transformer? Or did not run it into here, did I? No. But where does it go then? Hello? There it is, yes. Oh, it goes. These are completely invisible. I have built. Yes, this is wrong. Quite. You don't want here. No. You want it to the transformer. We'll take it underneath and then onto here. That's what you want. Much better. And that, of course, means doing this business one more time. Yes, it is a lot of clicking about here. But this bit, yes. This bit, yes, good. Thank you very much for your service. One worker. It is not going quickly. Oh. It is painfully slow. But there we go. Were you happy by any means? You can't be. Just how miserable are you? Extremely miserable, in fact. You have 0% happiness. Absolutely no happiness in your life whatsoever. Maybe I suggest you go to the church. Well, I think that this person will pack up and leave. Which is a real shame. Okay, are we ready to employ people here? You have everything you need, in fact, to get going. You have bricks, concrete, prefab panels, steel. Then you're going to need. Apparently you do the groundworks afterwards, because you need concrete, gravel and asphalt for the last bit. Okay. Well, that ought to do it if we don't have any workers left here. I mean, it's going to have to be one more little wave, one more little thing here of getting people out there. But this place is not ready to have such a thing happen to them, is it? Cutscene shot. I don't even have one of those. But there seems to be quite a few. Do you even have an adult? No, you don't. There's no one living here yet. Okay. No one wants to live here. Okay. This is a bit close. I suppose you'd have to keep the curtains sort of closed there. Yes, it is what it is. It's fine. You wanted people. Yes, we can have these people. They aren't that educated and such. Here. Come, live here now. You will do. Yes. That ought to get. You wouldn't happen. Yes, you have a crane coming as well. That's going to speed things along. Although there are only 22 workdays left. Apparently it's a bit unbalanced, this thing. Or one could say that it's really shoddily or badly built. Yes, we'll knock it down later on, when we are a bit more established. But as has been said here, this town is going to require public transport. It's the only way to do this reasonably. To have a radio station and a television station. The radio station might not, this might not be the final location for the radio station. And university, so we'd have a radio station, television station, university, and a great loop of the trolley buses going round. And in the middle here, of course, an enormous shopping center. if we can get it in here, it's not certain. But if we can't get it in here, we'll take out a bit of this street. Yes, the tradition is to have it right next to the church. Things like that everywhere, you know. Let's go and have a look. Hansosino is definitely... No, it's not. It's actually in another block. In Hansosino. But Sayovden. Sayov, there we have the pub next to the church. And the shop is actually on the other side of the street, more or less. Olna. Or Polochevo. Yes, church, shop. Church, shop, no. Church and shop. Right next to each other. Down here. De Saliga. Very close by. Goods are missing. They don't have any clothing down here. Why not? What's going on? It could be. Is there a distribution office here handling this? Or how is this? No, it's not. Clothing for De Saliga. Oskarshamn Road Vehicles Depot. What was I thinking here? No. You cannot be parked up. No, this was a bit of a mistake. You should be getting your clothing from here now, because here there is quite a bit of it. Yes. And don't go there anymore, and don't go to the clothing factory. And here you instead load up on the clothes. And yes, go. Please hurry. They will be sad if they aren't already. No, they aren't yet, but the clothing quality is going down, and when that reaches a critical point, they just pack up and leave. At a rate that is something. Oh, the sun is setting. But even though I have removed many names here, there are still... That's because now, well, at least now the names are where we actually have, you know, infrastructure. Such as this. Could have a bit few workers in here. How's steel mill doing? 10 workers. What? 10 workers? What is going on here? There is something the matter. 36 workers in the coal plant. 7 in the coal ore processing plant. Is there something the problem here in Polochevo? Not really. It seems normal. Except that maybe there are fewer buses. Where did they go? In that case. Because usually, you know, there is a queue into the bus platform. And look at this, 100 workers. Okay, we need to get more buses on this. We'll do... we have here, for example... Yes, this all-related. You're doing the steel work line. Very good. That's what we want. And we also want here... we're looking for the coal worker line. That will be here. Yes, okay, especially steel worker line. Does only have 2 buses. We wouldn't happen to have any buses parked up here. Oh, you should be stop making these now. Yes, there you go. Build another locomotive, and also we can cut down a bit on the workforce here. Yes, quite a bit, in fact. Yes, we don't need you eating up all the steel. No, but yes, we were looking for a bus. Bus? Do we have bus? Do we have bus? We have one bus, a very old bus. Ah, it's fine. it's only going through terrible streets and what have you. Anyway, yes, it's the Lux model. One more even. I think that we might have one bus remaining here at the special construction office. No, you don't. This is not a bus. No. That's the construction office. We cannot take buses from there. What about out here? Nothing. Should we buy a bus? I think we should buy a bus. You have two of these enormous things. What's the matter? Well, okay, now there are no people waiting here. It's timing, you know. It's all about the timing and lack thereof, mostly lack thereof. In fact, here, okay, what's happening? Still about the same as before, not a whole lot. But you know what has happened is that the shop is finished. We'll just cut down a bit here, and you have 2 parking spaces. Excellent. We'll get 1 refrigerator and 1 food for you. Do the covered hull and refrigerator. Yes, it's a little bit overkill maybe. Then again, yes, let's show that we care. Also, we have quite a few of these. Although refrigeration trucks, there is none. There are none. Yes, so we'll buy. And the budget does not allow for something Western, so we're going to go with this one. It's 8 tons. 8 tons of meat sounds good to me. So let's head over to the food area, at least the meat area. Here you will get meat. We could have you fetch from here. Load. Wait. Oh. No. Wait a minute. The other one. I mean, for the moment, this is not a good place to get food, and also it is maybe not the closest. You can go from here to get your food. Warehouse. Yes, we can. We do this. We can see. There it is. 73 tons of food. Okay. I hope that the food factory will be finished in time. There you go. Load up on the food, and then. No. We're not going to destroy the building. We want you. New stop. This is looking a bit... Oh, there was another one behind it. That's why. You go here. Wait until unloaded. And get going quickly. You as well. Go here. Wait until unloaded. Get going. And now we might just be able to keep people around for a little bit longer. I mean, they're not going to multiply and prosper, but they might just stay around for a little while. Some vehicles without fuel, most of them. Not the diggers though. Why aren't you helping with stuff like this? Because it's missing gravel. Is anything not missing gravel? But you could have thought of that earlier and not have diggers driving all the way from here, for example. There is gravel. Come on, why don't you help here a bit? No, that's the button you want. Come on, get going. No, because there's already a digger heading from another place. Yes. Could you do this then? No. Could you do this? There is already one. This. This. I mean, if you have the possibility to help in any way whatsoever, it would be greatly appreciated. Oh, you did. You were able to help in some way here. I actually think that this would, or might, get us somewhere with this. Look at this. It's working. No, the high voltage wire is not finished yet neither. They have everything. Just need to get a few workers in. And the crane. Look at this, the roads here are finished. This is excellent, you know, that you're coming to help. Yes, the vehicles will be a while. There are no goods to sell. I mean, just hold in there, keep hanging on, hang in there is what you want to say. Yes. Just hang in there for a while longer, and we'll have food for you pretty soon. This is what I should have started with. Yes. Pardon me. Yes. But this, wait a minute here. Okay, we'll do a bit of this, and I think that we're coming up on a break, I feel. And just wait for a bit and see what these people can accomplish when they get food and such. I mean, at least the electricity would be very nice to get online. Yes, you did help for a little bit, but now you're not helping anymore. Oh, you're finished with the groundworks. So are you. Very good. It's looking rather hopeful for the electricity. Maybe. Yes, dear friends, we will be right back here with the thing. Just gonna do a little bit like so. Yes, right back. And we resume like so. Electricity is not in quite yet, though, unfortunately. Let's do the song again. It would be working. Yes, it would be working unless it wasn't for the fact that I have messed with the level here. There we go. Yes, totally professional. Cheers. What's going on? No, we don't have electricity, but we have a catastrophe on our hands. Yes, 10,604 people this year. I mean, 1992 will be the worst year ever. Yes, 15,000 last year. It was still going up. Yes, 15,000 we were hitting 450,000, and now 10,873. Escapes like no one's business, you know. And the reason is simple. And the reason is enormous catastrophes, catastrophical components, not components, proportions. Yes, I mean this place may look lively at a glance, but if you look closer, you will find that there are very, very few workers here. In fact, there are none, give or take. And that would mean that, for one thing, the food factory isn't done. No, they've been waiting for steel for a long, long time. For the longest time, they've been waiting for steel. But now a bus is arriving, and now we definitely should get this footpath in here. Buy it immediately. We need to get this food factory up and running as quickly as is absolutely possible. But the buses, you were from Polochevo. We need the Molna buses. Where are you, Molna buses? Here is one. 32 workers. You wouldn't mind bringing a few more? People died in Molna too, or fled. No, Molna is actually doing very good still. How much food left here? 33 tons. Okay, they are. I think they're safe. If we could just get this food factory built and have the steel for it. Oh, it's already gone, all of it. God damn it. Because there's no one to work in the steel mill, obviously. But what we could do is, of course, we'll do this. Yes, Molna construction office. You are going to help. Why didn't I think of this before? Well, because it was supposed to be running fine. But that goes to show what of an issue it really is to have the train waiting until loaded all the time in the steel mill. Yes, as it blocks off other resources. Yes, do it quickly. Get the steel over here. 7.6 tons left, so there's not much. But then still no open hull. We're sending one with boards too. You don't have any problems? No, you don't have problems. And workers, I mean, you ought to get workers from the bus. Yes, but no. Where are you going? What? Sage bus stop? What's going on? Oh, you're going... Where are you going? Are you going for refuel? Yes, you are. Okay, well then I suppose all bets are off. Oh, this is taking them a long time today to get to work. But usually, the bus platform in Molna is full of people. Why is it not the case? Because there are too many now. It is, of course. Oh, you're going to the Swedish food factory. Oh, a dedicated bus. You're going to Molna bus stop tiny. I don't think that there's a point. That's this one. But let's not mess with that. You see, now there are 106 workers here. Yet that bus... never mind, it is what it is. I mean, we're going to have to repopulate Polochevo or something. And we're going to have to shut everything down, except for food production. And that shouldn't be too much of a problem. Because meat... we have here, actually we should have had a bus stop here. Yes. And sent them to... You cannot cross here. No. That's probably... You can cross railroad, but not these things. Yes, annoying is what it is. No workers. Come on. There was just a bus here. I apologize a bus again. Where are the buses from Molna? Come on. Molna bus platform. What the hell? You're supposed to go here. Schweiz bus stop. Go to... Come on. What are you doing? Molna bus platform. Yes. Molna, Schweiz, Boldochevo. That's the meat. I don't understand. There should be plenty of workers in here. Unless, of course, the bus would be stuck in traffic. As is the case here. As problem, not good. Sad leverance 8. As line detail. I mean, these. Goodbye. Or goodbye. Well, go to depot. Here. I do need the capacity on this line, usually, but not right now. Would that alleviate the problem, maybe? Yes, it did. But no, why aren't you going here? Schweiz bus stop, you go to Schweiz bus stop now, please. It's very important. Is there a problem here? There really shouldn't be. For some reason the food factory is not showing up. Why? That is certainly connected. Yes, what's it? Thank you. No. But they unload. He unloaded everyone. Okay, but they're not going to help here. We have 95 workers. That's good. Oh, I'm a bit nervous about this. Please tell me that you know who? What's the matter with Molna? Yes, you have open hull. You're not complaining of missing steel, which you really shouldn't be. Oh. Why do you have the steel mill as a source of steel? That is incredibly inefficient. For you. I mean, maybe there was a point to it, but here would be a better place. Yes. As you do, Piedansk, and the prefab panels. I mean, didn't I get around to changing that since old times, or what? I don't know. Have you been driving all the way over there? Anyway, the food factory, you're working on it, but you know, their steel is for the next phase, the 7.6 tons. Right. Well, we're doing everything we can here. We just have to hope that we hold out on the food. 222 tons. Yes, and I mean, if it comes to it, let's not be too proud about this and just buy it. I mean, we have a bit of money. Let's see here, the food mat leverance is not on here because it doesn't actually have any food on it. No, we have to go to the trains. We have to go to the trains instead. As well. Construction is not it. This is it. The trains. All the map. This is a few now. Good. That is our first locomotive. Vårt första lok. We have nothing on board. Yes, that is the question. Could we ask you to wait until loaded? That might cause problems. Yes, but we will try. I mean, this is not far from finished. No, it's okay. And then look again at the food here. I mean, Molna warehouse, they have 30 tons. Sanakova have 120 tons. And Kazinshad 24 tons. Is there one? The one that isn't on here is, of course, this one. As Polochevo is not supplied via the rail line, but rather directly from this warehouse. Yes, they didn't get any food. And they couldn't do a carnivore diet or something and just eat meat, because I mean we have an enormous amount of meat. I think that's a bit picky, really. No, I don't think that many people died. They fled. Yeah, they just legged it, you know. They very, very, very ungrateful, I'd say. I mean, after that they were educated and they had a good future here, and then just for a little bit of food lacking, resource lacking, yes, lacking of the food resource, they just leave. Oh, now you have no workers or mechanism again. Oh no. Yes, it really is terrible. Oh, but 95 workers are coming. Excellent. What is where are we? You are in the... you're leaving Molna, of course. Yes, the gravel road is no longer a gravel road. It's a paved road. Yes, I mean the future is here. The future has arrived to the Republic, you know. The food factory, please hurry up on this. We'll keep that around. No, I was maybe a bit overconfident but we still have adult children, and if we could find those would make an excellent repatriation force for Polochevo. Only 103, but maybe enough to plant a seed here. It will be many years until the steel industry is back in business. It is, you know, I haven't built a single city or town of my own here. No. You know, this would not be a bad place for it. You know, as a proper, actually working place with a good bus platform and buses going that way and that way all the time, you know, up and down. Yes, and not anything too, you know, much, but something. The challenge would be, of course, getting the resources and getting. Well, we have plenty of many things here. And we have quite a bit. But this will still be. I mean, we can cancel all these buses now. There is no one here. Follow here. I don't think that you have any people, vehicles, and buildings. Follow here. 22 people are sticking by here. Sticking. What do we call it? Wonder if we could find any. I mean, this tool. Yes, this order to. Where are you? Because now they should show up, shouldn't they? But they are not easy to find, I suppose. Or do I need to select something? No, filter, it says. It's ought to imply that everything is shown unless I select. I have to head over here. No, nothing. Okay. Workers. Right. That's how it works. Oh, we can see all over there. All the way over there. Nice. Here. Anyone? Here they are. 2. As you see, this house with 102%, but the happiness is not great. No, it is very bad. Yes. Visit doctor. Yes. Food factory. I was not supposed to close that down. Oh, it's running again. The construction, that is. Good. Absolutely no food in here. Fabric. We have not managed to get any workers into the fabric factory. I don't understand. Something's up with this. It's a bit, cursed, the food. But I didn't have a road connection. What do you expect? That was a mistake. That was an oversight. It was just a matter of time when that happened. I mean, these, for some reason, take such an enormous amount of time to construct. It wouldn't happen to be that we have run out of workers again. Yes, we have. Once more, I really hope that this is the last time, because it took a lot longer to get the food in here than expected, because these ran out of fuel in the same fashion as previous attempts of getting out here the first time. Yes, soon we'll get electricity. We're working on it. And then when we have electricity, we can. You could improvise and get, a hose and something from the tanker. It's an emergency, more or less. You got to do what you got to do. But no. Cutscene shot. Anyway, electric substation. We need you. Yes. And what were you supposed to do about it? Yes, workers we need. Let's see, we use this and then we take adult children still living with parents. None over here. Would they be in Molna? This is not Molna. Let's not think about Polochievo for now. Look, here we have. They are quite spread out. Though. Very much spread out, in fact. Yes. Especially over here. Yes, and what did I close now? Yes, you don't get many here. Oh, we'll take people from here. Yes. Okay. Come on, relocate. This is this place. People have come and left. Oh, it's already full. You too. I think you even get to live in a very similar house to the one you're currently living in. Okay. That should allow you to... Yes. But these already have, and they are not very happy. That's surprising. Coming straight out of... these were a lot happier. But they have 100% food. Yes. I mean, we can. I can do this with some sort of conscience, because of the hard citizen reaction. You know. Yes. I'm trying here my best. They escape. They get very upset when they don't get food, and they just leave. And it's not like it's a long way. No. And they can just walk, which is, I suppose, what they do. So that's fine. We just have to live with it. It's a bit unfortunate timing. This another great famine or famine. Yes, and it's still going on. Yes, it has not stopped, even though Polochevo is empty. 9,257. What? Now something terrible is going on. They are dropping like flies here, or escaping like. Something is the matter. Hunger. Okay, we're starting to run out of food. Food. No, they still have here. I don't. Am I forgetting about some place? Särnakova is de saliga. Is it not? Yes, it is. They have an enormous amount of food. Katzinshad, they are doing fine. Molna, they are doing fine. Yes, I am forgetting about one place. Right, let's immediately get the train. Immediately get the train. Now, not even joking about here. All map. Our first locomotive, please. Diesel locomotive. Vårt första lok. Yes. I don't care where you are right now. You are going to go here via our fantastic rail network thing. Yes. And you are going to load up on food, because we cannot have this. Yes, I have to swallow the pride here and do this. Because Beatus, they don't have any food. And oops, I had hit pause, but I not during the drama here. That was just now. Never mind. Here, they are starting to leave in droves. Where are you actually? Yeah, at least you're going quickly. Oh, you are a little bit of a ways away. At least the frame rate around here now is excellent. Yes, but that's because there is absolutely no one there. So there's nothing going on. That also means that the fire stations are unmanned at the moment. Yes, as soon as we get food in here. And how are you doing? Is the food factory done yet? No, it isn't. I don't think there's anything I can do to get it done. Oh, they are working. Oh, it's very, 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 very close to finished in fact. Yes, it's more or less exactly the same as the old one. Major difference being that this one has a road connection. And there we go. Now, get to work here. Seriously, get to work here. We might not even need to load up 100%, but I am going to buy a bit of food. Yes. Some. I mean, Monna, you are... you might... I think you'll make it. Sernakova, you'll definitely make it. Katsinshad, you'll make it. But here... load. What did I do? No. Fledged warehouse, you're supposed to load 100% eventually. Try. But here, you load about 50 tons. Say, what to do it. Food factory now has no workers. Okay. There is a line that has vehicles on it that we're going to take. First of all, we can ride along this for a bit. This is an emergency. How are we doing? 9,000. Yes, they really are leaving at a pace. Here, that's half the population. Not really, well, not quite. A third of the population. Yes. Go, train here. We're gonna have to swallow the pride and buy a bit of food from the neighbors. It's good that we have the quickest train available, but still, 8,000, it's going down very, very quickly. Yes. This Kasinshad, you're fine. Zanakova, you're extremely fine. I could have sent it. Why didn't I send it here to load up a bit instead? Where is Sernakova again? Oh, it's down, all the way down there. No, we're going to buy it. Okay, terrible. We're doing terrible. Fledged warehouse, you wouldn't happen to have gotten any food yet. Not quite. What are you doing? Alcohol, okay. No workers. Still no workers, really. No. Where are they? Right, there was a line. There was a line for the passengers. Here. It's the arbetare säger om bränsle, no atom fuel worker line. Molna. Kärnkraft. This is hopeless. Uranium workers from Holstasino. Steel workers, Polochevo meet. Oskarshamn. Food worker line from Molna. This is what we want to add many vehicles to. Atom fuel worker line. No, that is definitely something that we don't need to prioritize at this moment. There should be one of these for Molna as well, but there isn't. I suppose maybe I've changed it around sometime. Mercedes-Benz. Molna bussplatform, La Jodderöd. You're doing vehicles. Okay, one. Yes, this one. I think that will have you do food instead. Here. Yes. Bus platform. Where are you? Are you in fact? You might be. Yes, this is Molna. Okay. Have you made it to the border yet? You have. Then you're going to Beatus. And let's never speak of this again. That we did buy a bit of food. Oh, look at all this rail that we have here. This for selling an extreme amount. But we don't really have that much volume. Especially not right now. No, for the moment we're doing terrible. And unload 100% Molna, 13 tons. Maybe not 100% then. Although there is time to go to, yes, we'll dump all of this imported food on Beatus here. In Beatus, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just 8,000. They are just dropping like. Yes, this is called A Better Tomorrow. This track. And yes, I don't even. That's no. And now is really not the time for this irritating thing to be happening. That there still aren't any workers in here. There is something wrong with this line. What are you doing? Look at this. I'm going to have to delete this stop and add it back again. No, not from this. You want to do it here. No, this is special. What's this? Yes, you wanted to do it before you did. Never mind. Another Mars 305, such as this one. Food worker line from Molna. Yes, Svage. There, we add that back in. Get in? No, unload. Get out. Absolutely. There we go. And also, we're going to do this because I messed this up. This one. Yes. And you, please, go here now. Because we have workers and we are in such desperate need of them. Do a U-turn. Come on. For how long have you been sitting? Oh no, they have been sitting for 4 hours. Not all of them, maybe. All of them had been sitting for 4 hours. You know what? Then you might as well go to the Molna bus platform. Since you don't seem very interested in turning around anyway. That's the problem, because this bus has been going back and forth for some reason. And not getting into the Schweiz bus platform. Right. Our first locomotive, how are you doing? Where are you? Ah, yes, you're finished. Yes, Beatus, you now have food. Yes, that is going quickly. Is what that is doing. But people of both Hansasino, even Hansasino has been affected. You mean? And yes, even Hansasino. Oh crap! But it's not doing bad. It's not doing that bad. How many workers in the power plant? If you wouldn't mind telling me here. Yes, there we go. Oh, plenty. Very good. It has not gotten that bad yet in Hansasino then. Although it is not going great. But the situation is not unsalvageable, I don't think. Because yes, we have alcohol. No one here? Really? Well, food is coming, rest assured. But at the Schweiz warehouse, there are still no workers in the factory. What are you doing? Molna bus platform, and you're not doing this? Schweiz bus stop, get out. You're not going here for some reason. What's the matter with you? I mean, just stop messing with me now here. Honestly, this is... This is not great. Yes, now you made a U-turn and you're coming back here. Why is this happening? Okay. What's the problem? Why? Yes, there is something is wrong with this footpath. We tried that. Yes. No, the food factory is not reachable. What the hell is going on here? We'll remove all of this then. Yes. That should not be difficult to figure out. No. It's not working. Okay. Well, what the... okay then. I don't know what to tell you. That didn't help, I suppose. No. Of course not. But then we're doomed. We are doomed. If this isn't, if this doesn't work, if this won't work for some reason. But I cannot understand why. then again, unspecified. Yes, because they are not working. They should be going here, for example. No workers. Wait a minute here. No, Swage bus stop, get out 100%. Volna bus platform. Yes, we only have workers waiting. Well, fine. I really don't understand what's going on. Maybe the game has gotten a bit of a brain hemorrhage or something. I think that what we'll do is that we'll reload, but I need one of these. It's got bad tinnitus as well. Yes, it's really. What if we go all the way out here? It's hopeless. Yes. We're not going to be able to make this out, you know. But fine. Pardon this. We'll be back very, very shortly. Yes, we resume. And actually, I wasn't going insane. Because there's been a hotfix released. Whilst things were happening here, you know, it says like this in the release notes. It's a hotfix of walking connections. Parenthesis, need to place any piece of road or sidewalk to regenerate problematic area. End parenthesis and release note. So yes, I mean, I suppose that's comforting. That one wasn't going insane. So down here, I wonder how many problematic areas there exists now. Probably a bit. Let's hope it's only things that have been built whilst this bug was in. So we do that then. And then connect this back up. Yes, will you now do same things? No, because this is not. Now then. Yes, thank you. That's more like it. Yes, now we can add. We don't want to, but we could. Okay, buses, please do U-turns if you will do very good work. And I mean, we can close down everything except for the food at the moment. Yes, let's do that. We have clothing, I suppose. Actually, we don't have that much, but it's all distributed. It's fine. Yes, here we could completely stop vault operations. Yes, that's more like it. And the distillery, I mean, alcohol we have in great quantities. We don't need. Yes, all of them into the food factory. There are no crops. That's not an issue. There are crops. And now it's working. And now we're lacking a bit of the covered house here. We should have. Have you gotten food? Yes, you have gotten food. Has it this year? Yes, I think it has stopped, or at least has gone down in tempo. Oh no! so I'm doing. Leave that now. Yes, that's fine. Population 480 went down. But I hope we'll stabilize around here. Okay, so this is the new normal. 8,500 people. Yes, in the beginning of the year it was 15,000. Yes, that is half the population, give or take. Yes, that's okay. Whatever, fine. Let's not dwell on that now. Let's try and get this place rolling, if we could. Are they staying? Yes, they're staying around for longer now. When they are not hungry. I mean, they'll yes, happiness is not that completely awful because they are well fed, but they have not managed to build this substation yet. Come on, people, please build this substation. Mars 305, you're still heading here. You have been heading here forever. I don't care anymore. After that, yes, I'm getting electricity in here now. Screw you. That damn bug. Yes, that's a bit annoying. But what? Yes, fine, whatever. But yes, now I have electricity. And now we have gravel. And now you can get fuel, which will make you all very, very happy. And then we could get going here. And since we have gravel and no, we don't have this, but this is your top priority. The concrete plant. Building is not finished. Exactly. Yes. What else are you doing? Concrete plant and asphalt plant. Asphalt plant is not as prioritized. But it is, yes. We'll let them work on it. Open storage is very much priority. And they haven't gotten anywhere. Yes, that is a bit upsetting. How long can we live without all of this? Because there is nothing going on here right now. Absolutely no workers, absolutely no nothing. I mean, we do have a good storage here of prefab panels, and we have just as much everywhere. Steel we ought to have. How much steel do we have? Steel. Hello. There's 2,500 tons. I think we're fine. Fuel. How much fuel? 13,400 tons. Well, yes, it will be a matter of distributing the resources around, but they certainly exist. Yes, I think that we will do quite fine now that we have people working in the food factory again. And there is no food here, but is there a train here? Yes, there is. The train is here. It's about to be filled. That is very, very good, because 14 tons, Molna. How are you doing? I think that you might be... Oh, you're very close to being out. 4 tons. Sanakova, you still have like an enormous amount. Yes. Beatus, how are you doing? Oh, you... Okay. Yes, we need to prioritize here. Yes, we could wait until it's full. Though, the building is on fire. Come on. Sage meat storage 3. That one is empty. But yes, this will burn down. Or maybe not. If firefighters will walk to here, then it will not burn down. It might not burn down. There are only 5. Yes, only 5 of them. But this is a small place. Yes, no problem at all. 5 people to put out that little fire at that point. Yes, no problem. It's not like an oil refinery or a food factory for that matter. Yes. But the food factory they would have handled if it was possible to get to. Yes. Okay, so this is working again. I can breathe a sigh of relief. That train, you're not complete just yet. Let's do this then. We try and do that and try and keep that in memory, and then go up to here. Because this actually is like one of the few places that is not depressing at the moment. Both the great the historic capital and the center for everything is completely deserted. Fledged and the nuclear, the heart of the nuclear fuel, here in Sayov, and the people of who are actually working in the power plants of Hansasino. It's a completely different feeling there at the moment. Yes, many people are gone. It's terrible. Inkersta asphalt plant. You have workers now. This is fantastic, and because you have fuel-free vehicles, you can start doing things. You can start doing proper things. We're going to get you some things, I think. You have one open hull. You could stand 1 or 2 more. But I don't need to buy. I don't think I need to buy that. No, because we have. Oh, look at these most excellent things we have. This one even has a bit of words on it. Yes, we'll bring that. Very nice. Anything else that we could stand to use here? Now we'll save those or something else. Although this is supposed to be the new capital, the culture capital, Maybe we should have the best, only the best. Yes. 1 covered and 2 open hulls. That will do nicely. And they have a little bit of a drive ahead of them, but they will not complain now that there is a fuel station here. Fuel station. Yes. I don't want to choose sides, on that issue or on that matter. Who might say? But a gas station is not a petrol station because we don't have petrol. We only have diesel. So there is no petrol at the petrol station. Garage, I suppose you could say, if you was very British or English. I don't know the details, but it was something like that. or a gas station, of course, if you were to be American or something. But fuel station or diesel station, I suppose, is the most fitting here. Asphalt plants. Yes, I think it is about to be... No, it's not about to be done. No, are you kidding? Inkersta, huge construction office. Yes, you're working on this, but no workers or mechanism. Yes, we need buses, and we don't have any buses. You know what I should do? I should be building a few buses. Yes, and I know which one it's going to be, even though it's old. But I cannot. You cannot just decide to buy a few buses, or buy the contract to build a few buses. How much? How many dollars? $2.5 million. Okay, watch me do it. Watch me do it. Yes, how much? $2.5 million, you said? Okay. Let's see here. You don't need to do anything of this kind. You remove. You go here. Yes, you load. That's 100% of anything. Why don't you? There's only one thing available. And dollars, you said. Yes, dollars. We'll take the highway. The paved stuff. Yes, we'll take the paved stuff. Here. Yes, there we go. Off you go. Off you go. Inkersta concrete plant. What are you doing here? I'm looking at this. Maybe I should buy a bus in the meantime for the construction office. Let's see here, how much do we need? $2.5 million, you said. Stop, take it easy. Take that, that's quite enough. That's quite enough. Thank you. Yes, that's perfect. 3.35 million. Oh, excellent. Excellent injection of capital. And it's we only need you to do this once, really, that's fine. Yes, I wish I could cancel this. I can. You can do it like that. I never knew. Yes, this is what we're doing. Yes, I am taking a bit of revenge on the game. Here, it burnt down my food factory, and but that was my fault. That was my fault. But then that issue with the footpathing, yes, we are building a few buses. That's what we're doing. It's just a game after all, and we want to build buses. So let's build buses. It's not as if I'm cheating or anything. This is absolutely just selling a very, very valuable resource. A bit controversial, maybe. But I mean, it's the 90s. It is not... You could not refine or change this into something that could be weaponized in a reasonable way. It's just not possible. So it will only be a useful power generation, and that's a good thing. That's fantastic. We can help. Yes, this bridge is a bit awful. That's not how we're supposed to do bridges. We have learned. Now, what do we have for nuclear fuel export music? Yes, it's bumping along nicely there. So that's $3.35 million worth. Let's see if we can, if this makes the price go down. I don't think it does. But still, we can have a look. Nuclear fuel, 215,000, no, 2 million, I don't know. I cannot, 2,152,401, yes. No, that doesn't make any sense. How much do you have? I cannot see. Oh, you have 1.4 tons, yes, that makes sense. That does make sense indeed. That does indeed make sense. Then current prices, yes, well, we're selling for dollars, yes. Oh, $2.4 million per ton, almost. Yes, give or take, $2.4 million per ton, say. How far is it? Yes, of course, I forgot. We're driving through everything. And we missed it all. Pardon. That's unfortunate. Maybe we didn't miss all of it. Let's hope not. I'm terribly sorry if that's the case. I was just staring into the ground or something. Yeah, we were just staring into the ground as I was pointing the camera into the ground. Not helpful. No, but you here? Yes, I suppose you... now you're coming down here to... well, we haven't missed everything because we have not even been to Polochevo. And I suppose I think that the food situation is sort of under control now. Yes, you're going to Molna now, very good. And then you're going to Beates. Molna, how much do you have? None. Yes. Indeed. But we'll close that for now and just look. The food factory is running strong. We can tell for sure. That's good. The livestock farm is running as well. Not sure that's supposed to be. Because meat, we have such a buffer, you know. We could focus entirely on the food industry. Yes, and I think that's rather easily accomplished here for passengers. Matarbetarlinjen från Molna. No, you already had it 100%. Okay, fine. Then where are we now? Are we yes, we're in Polochevo, of course, the outskirts of Polochevo. The completely deserted town. And yes, this is sad. This is all completely deserted. No workers. Plenty of resources around, but it's not getting done. Yes, here we have a ridge. This is more like it. This is how it's supposed to do a ridge, kind of. I could have done the approach much smoother and everything, but pretty good. This is nice. Yes. It was a long way, this. Molna. How far from Molna are you? You're going slowly. It would be good if you made it out there pretty soon. Beatas, are they also out of food? Not quite, but pretty damn close. Yes. Swage warehouse, do you happen to have any food? Oof, 142 tons. Fantastic. Now that's productivity. Yes, we will bounce back from this. But it will take a long time to regrow that population. But I don't know, Polochevo was always terrible. A terrible place. And I think there's place to put up something that is actually working. Awful looking, but working. In the area of right in between the steel mill and the oil refinery. It isn't as bad as it sounds though, because it's it is a little bit of a distance in between. But maybe pollution from the steel mill would make it there. I don't know. Depends on how many workers we get into the steel mill, which is currently empty. Yes, we can. That's terrible. Yes. And this was a very long way. I don't think that we are going to stick around for them Saliga. Well, we are coming up on it. Yes, we are coming up on it. Here's the gravel processing plant. Yes. This is the gravel processing plant that takes gravel to other places as well, via the railroad. All the way up to Inkersta. It's so far away that you would not even, you can't comprehend. Almost. It's very difficult to comprehend. Just how long that is, how far long away that is, or how far away it is. What are we? Yes, we're still riding the truck of dollars. And you decided to do a U-turn and go and refuel. I'm not going to sit around waiting here. If we go to you instead, how are you doing? You're not going quickly. No, you were stopped at the ceiling. They could be much tighter in here, you know. Yeah, in here there could definitely be. What are you doing now? Yes, this is great fun, you know, placing down signals here. Yes, optimizing flow of trains, because it is not very optimized at all for the moment. It's not that bad. But you have 71 tons, so you're going to unload a bit of it, 29% here. But that's out of 100 tons. Yes. At first you're going for refuel. That's why you stopped. But think about that. How are you doing? You're still happy? Okay. There's no food in the shop though. 58 citizens were unable to get food, but it has just started. to be a problem here. And the train is here. It needs to go either to here or yes, here. It needs to go, and then it will all be great again. And meat, I suppose you have. Yes, you have meat, but that doesn't seem to matter. They get very upset and sick. Yes, we should increase the staffing here, just in case. Not that I anticipate that will be dropping very much in hunger. But you see, patients are already waiting for treatment. Are you there yet? Really, is it a gravel road? You chose the gravel road, okay, for some reason. No, it's a paved road. It's a nice one. Yes, here we go. At night, delivering nuclear fuel to the Western Customs House. There we go. Look at the money now. Yes, it's not even, it's jumping up. There we go. Yes, was that enough to buy your little contract? Was it? Let's go and have a look. I closed down the... let's keep this one around then. So that we can make sure that they get the food. Vehicle production line. Yes, I'd hate to throw this Mercedes away. But it really should be possible to queue up. It is this one that we're going to be. It is very old. But it is going to be that one. Let's just peruse through here. Yes, 7 million. Yes, we could get a contract to do each and every one of these, in fact. Livestock, maybe not that one though. Open hub, very good. But this is not... what's this? 72, no. We need something quick. I mean, it's going to be the Mars 305. That's what it's going to be. Yes, thank you. Yes, and I really don't like throwing this Mercedes away, but we are actually in a bit of a need of these. How 558 workdays. 8 tons of steel. 8 tons of steel. One bus, okay. Well, we'll do this then, so that we get it in a reasonable time. Meanwhile, how have you been doing up here? There are many buses. Yes, but they are not carrying any workers. Have they gone? Well, some of them, yes, they are starting to get unhappy now. Regrettably. But yes, we have electricity. We do not have this. This is a bit disappointing. I thought that we would going to get a bit more of the workers here. But we're not. And yes, this is not good. Over here, though, they are untouched. Yes, that's enough of the original population. And this side of town will be, what should we call it? People who have moved within the land. Yes, there's plenty of space for settlements as well. One could do... there is not much... no, there is iron, there is oil, there is uranium we really don't need anymore. No, we have plenty of uranium, much more than we need. Beata's warehouse, did you get food? Yes, you got food. Did also the our first locomotive, Beata's warehouse, you got food as well. Excellent. We are back in business with the food. Yes, and this is full. Very good. Could even cut down a bit on production here, because we fill it up quicker than the train goes around. Yes. And maybe we could get back into sewing a bit here. Yes, 20 workers, that seems to be enough. Fabric, I think that we have... well, we didn't get as much fabric as we ought to have, since it didn't work. The footpaths didn't work, no. So we didn't, but this is something anyway. Yes, does this also mean, do we have electricity here? No, we don't. Only for the thing. Yes. Why is it taking so long to get this stuff here? They're only buses. They have the stuff. The 10 workers you need. 10 work days. 369 rubles. Oh, come on. Are you going? No, you're not going. You're going to the concrete plant. Yes. The electricity is important. And you did not get covered by that one, of course not. What's wrong with the... something is up with the sound. Don't know what it is. But it is very quiet. Some parts of it. I mean, the engine sound seems to be gone. Really? Not here. Definitely not here. That maybe was a particularly quiet bus that was going around. It's 166 tons of fuel. Are we even getting to the point where, yes, we are getting to that point. The amount of fuel is starting to, well, not run dry. We have, but it may take a bit of fiddling to do here. Because this isn't powered, but here we have all the fuel we need. But this is empty. Yes, this is empty. And you're not doing any good, or you're not helping anyone at the moment. This is quite a blow. And if I were to build a model society instead, about here, by the train depot, or something, yes, centered around a shopping center of some kind, and I think that I've gotten a few here, and a bus platform, of course, a shopping center and a bus platform, to shop. grocery store. Rinok, where is it? No, I am pretty certain that I did subscribe to it, you know. Yes, there are many things in here. Large coal power plant. No. Okay, then screw it. Yes, shopping center. This is so very, very large. It takes up a lot of space. Yes, but it's also very good to have. Since the yes, the citizens will get more food than they need, and that's good in some way, I think. Maybe. Yes, and then we do a bit of street here. Yes, we're doing it properly. Street lights and everything. Yes, street here as well, of course. Yes, and then residential. Damn it, it's going to have to be these. Yes, 1992 doesn't feel all that great, but it is what it is. Yes, it is what it is. I mean, these are going to be luxury living areas. After all. Considering all things considered. Yes. We haven't built a bus platform yet. That's important. Yes, but just get this in first. Like that. Yes, most excellent. No. This is going to take forever to construct. In such a way that it will even be possible. Some of these will be possible. No, at least one per building will be possible. No, yes. No. I mean, I could just build them a bit further apart, I suppose. Yes, demolish building. That gone. PU and here residential. Take it out a bit. There we go. Yes. You can even do it for me, maybe. Yes, you could. That's here. Here. Oh, yes, very nice, lovely. These are still too close, though. I don't care anymore. Yes, here. What standards are you about here, anyway? No, apparently this evening not very high. No, I'm sorry, but it is what it is. What can I say? You want to fit in here somehow. Yes, I promise you, you want to. Screw it. Cancel a bit of road. And then try again. I mean, this is not the most fun part of the game. building awful. But you were considering other things. Screw these. Yes, screw these indeed. Screw all of this. Yes, that was no good. First of all, bus platform. I suppose we could try and build it up the mountainside here a bit. Also, if we had the bus platform here, it won't fit. It never does. Always leave too little space. Good thing that all of this is just in the planning stage. Of course, road cargo station for people, yes. Oh, vehicles are arriving with gravel. Come on, this must be possible to do. Apparently not. Well, screw this too then. Yes. And this. Yes. And that reminds me, it's time to have something here. As we're going to need something to cheer us along in these difficult times. Mod. There must be something. Shopping center. Oop. Yes. I think that this is something. We'll try this. That it's even larger though, or it has an even larger footprint than the original one. Yes, it does. What are we going to do? Such it is. It is as such. Yes, and if we do this, I think that we have a better chance of building things close to each other. I should have done that before building any road, though. Or since you haven't leveled to the actual road. I have many bulldozers around here apparently. That's good. Yes, but you're using the wrong tool. You're using the terrain randomizer. Yes, no. And then they ran out of fuel, or what happened? I don't know. Maybe they're not working anymore if they're not actually doing anything. Might be the case. This will have a bit of a cliff here, but still the road is not level to itself. Oh, okay, then we'll do this. We'll gouge it here. Yes. I have a great plateau. Yes, I was thinking a bit grandiose, maybe. This will be the place, where it's happening. Yes, something like this. There, yes. Road, street light. Here. If you could make that, we're going to have to make that a bit wonky. Yes. There we go. And can we now get a bus platform in here? Oh, it's so enormous. Yes, it is ridiculously large. Here we could have it. Yes. And then residential buildings. Construction, residential. What was it now? 93 and 94 flats, brick. 162 workers. That sounds like quite a bit. But we'll try something here. Like so. And you know what we could actually do? We could do a mud runner here, you know, like so. And then later on we'll upgrade, because they'll have a footpath access which can be used in emergencies. So we can actually do upgrading off-road. Yes, you will have here walking infrastructure. Here you should have street infrastructure, I think. Although at the moment it's not much of infrastructure. No. What's this? It's supposed to be a mud road, not gravel road. Yes. No. That's actually a main thing. That's going to be proper from the start. That's difficult to upgrade. We don't want to be upgrading those. Yes, and you can come down here. Now you're getting a bit close to dusty stuff and such over here. We don't want that. There we go. Footpath. Yes. Now, of course, there are absolutely no workers around. I am aware of this. Yes, and you're going to need more services. Who are we kidding here? Crossing not allowed. Right, that's a footpath. But isn't there supposed to be a street here? I think there is. Yeah, something like this. Okay. Fine. And then equipment for the citizens. There is a fire station over there, but I think that we should have one here in the middle of both oil refinery and heavy industry. Yes. Actually getting a bit of a redo on all of this. Gravel, coal, iron, no. Equipment for citizens. Yes, fire station, radio station, fire station. It's we can have it over here. It doesn't need to be in there. I can't build due to infrastructure. Is there a power line or something around here? A lot of vehicles kicked into life here. That's good. There are quite a few resources, but there are absolutely no workers. So we're going to have a bit of an issue with regards to that. I mean, here should also be a street. Yes. We're building the model city a bit tight here. Yes. Building in the way. Oh no, this is going to be possible. I promise. Like so, and a bit more mud road down. Here, footpath. Wonder how much gravel is in is in here. I hope it's plenty. Yes, it is quite plenty. You want... what's holding you up here? You're trying to unload prefab panels. Yes, but there's only one vehicle in here and you're queuing. Why? Okay then. This will be an issue. There is no steel here. We need to move some steel around, because there will be a long time before we have any workers in the steel mill. So let's find here steel transporting thing. I actually have 65 tons of steel on board. Then let's have you go here and unload that as a start. And then where could we get Kazinchad? They are known for having lots of steel. Sernakova. They also have Molna. Molna is where we're going to get it. So next time you're going to load at Molna, and you're going to load only steel. Very important. And where are you now, by the way? Where are we? Okay, we're here. Interesting. We're coming in from Kazinchad. No, we're not. What the hell are we doing? Yes, we were heading into the steel mill. Yes. That's where the train was going. It isn't any longer. Unlucky there. Sneaky thing made it past before. This seems to be working. All this is... at least that's something. But I would think that now list of vehicles and buildings here. Follow here. 11 they have procreated. How did that happen? Well, I suppose now they have food again. Yes, they have food, but there are no sellers. Very often. But somewhere around here there's going to be people. We can use this. People, workers, citizens, living preferences. Citizens during free time. Workers with higher education. Workers. Here's one. They can't work because there is no kindergarten. There are no workers and staff. Okay. No, never mind this. We are building this. I should have selected randomly get citizens around, because it's going to be a lottery, of course, among the citizens of who gets to live and build here. Yes, I think I'm going... Crap. No, am I really? No, I'm not rebuilding those. No, we're building a few more. And this time remembering to tick that box. These are what we'll have. Yes, randomly moving. I mean, a few, not that many though. No, not this. Oh, this one, is it? Yes, this one. Really, was it that large? Apparently so. No. Yes, it is. Okay. I suppose you're right. Going to have to change this road again then. Yes, we'll put in here residential. This one. I hope that we have plenty of bricks available. But the street connection is that way. We're only going to be able to get one in. This isn't, no, this doesn't make sense. Here, yes, if we could get two, it would make sense. But there is no way we're getting two, so we'll have one. Yes, we'll have one. Then we could have the little mud path back, please. Yes, did you remember to tick that box now? Yes, very good. You'll suffice with this for now. Here, yeah. Come on. S. Okay, so here they are missing asphalt, and to get asphalt we're going to need workers. This is the problem that always is, you know, always. That would be here. Yes, there are no workers. You don't say. No, this is still for the future. This is too much to deal with right now. What we'll deal with is a bit of Sergei here. Yes, and it's about time to wrap this up. Yes, how we do? Has anything happened? The asphalt plant is finished. That's something. But no workers here. Yes, are we going to need another salvo? No, we ought to. But the problem is that we only have this house. Yes, we're going to have to get a few more. Molna, how are you doing? You didn't start. No, you didn't. You starve. You didn't get hungry and pack up and leave. So you'll get the fantastic opportunity to settle Ingerstad. Something like that, yes. We'll see if the adult children goes down as well. It might. Or it might not. Anyway, we now have workers. One thing that I think that we should build here quite quickly. I mean, they need something to do. And the most humane solution is this, of course. And we'll even do this. Screw that and have this instead. Yes, now we can get going on it immediately. This is not auto-searching things. You should do this. Are you doing stuff like this? Multi-rail open storage? Yes, you are, but you haven't done anything. Missing concrete mixer. Okay. I see. You don't have any concrete mixers. Yes, we're going to have to buy those. We're going to have to buy a few concrete mixer. Yes. Yes, or I could buy the contract for this as well. Yes, but for the moment we're doing this. That's all the money. The source of gravel is empty. Really? No, it's not. We have a train here. Building is still without power. Are you kidding me? No workers or mechanism. Well. There is something wrong with this. Yes, there is something wrong with this. We need gravel. Screw this. 327 rubles left. Really? We've been waiting for this for months. Everything else is done. No, power line is not finished. Is it? No, it isn't. This is very frustrating. But they are actually working on this. Somewhere around here. Slowly. Right, buses. Have we managed to produce some buses yet? We have plenty of those. Hoppers, yes. One bus we have managed to produce. And one more is about to be finished soonish. And another shift arrives. I suppose Hansasino has also fared badly. Yes, they have. Cannot even view the stats. Power plant though is doing fine. Yes. Food situation very good, but it goes to show just how quickly you go through it. Yes, this bus Mars 305, please come with here and get to work here. Yes, there are plenty of issues. It will have to be for the moment. You don't need to show up here until we have all the stuff on site, and that's going to take a little bit of time. I haven't gotten a bus stop in here. I need that. Yes. I need a bus stop here. And I don't suppose it would fit in between here. Very close. Very, yes. But the road didn't connect. Come on. Yes, thank you. Yes, we were supposed to wrap this up. Yes, but could we please see this being built soon? Please. You're sending the workers to the power line. I suppose it's... No, you don't. You're not really transporting any workers, you know. No, there are a few here. 10 on this bus, yes. Great. Fantastic. Very good. Or not. Here, they have things here. This you could be... Are you not working on this? Yes, you are. But as this is put down to naught, it doesn't do anything. We could send in the crew now, definitely. This will allow us to get steel. Where will you get the steel from? We'll borrow it from somewhere. It will be fine. Speaking of which, steel train, yes, it's a lot of things to take care of. Steel train, open hull, list of lines, train, open hull. Why isn't it called? It is the locomotive is called steel transports. You're heading to Molna to load up on the steel. 100% of it. You haven't made it yet. That's 338 tons. Can Molna handle that? Yes, they can. We're not building anything in Molna at the moment. Yes, 13 workers. Construction is running without issues. Although we have a bit of a ways to go. Yes, this is going to be a long one. I'm in the mood. So we'll do this. We'll have a little break here, and I'll see you very soon again. Yes, I will resume here. I'm going to do this now. There we go. What is that sound? There's a truck somewhere doing a noise. We should try and drown it out with some music here. Yes. How are you doing, for example? You're missing resources, steel and mechanical components. Yes, wouldn't you be? Where do you get your steel from? Katzinshad, that's a good choice. Bricks, too, yes. These are all good choices. But the amount of open house, and you're not really employing them. No. Maybe someone else got 20 tons of steel you're bringing. That's very good of you. And we have electricity now, we have gravel here, fantastic. Finally. Yes. Gravel, aggregate thing. Yes, and you should be water searching for roads. Yes. And get those done as soon as you can. And get going. Train aggregate unloading buildings without power supply. Yes, this is done. Okay, but this is not done yet. God damn it. Come on. Seriously. Yes, it is done. What is it then? You have power. This is not too far away from that one, you know. No. Yes, it is this one. This one is not completed yet. Yes, thank you. Yes. Please do this immediately. Yes, the bus arrived. 5 workers, but it's not going quickly to doing this by hand. It is incredibly slow. These are made out of prefab panels, apparently. Okay. And a bit of steel. But we should buy a crane for this. Crane. Road crane. 1982 is not... this is still available. Yes. Speed level 25. And this is much better. the vintage stuff, you know. The speed level 25, it's whatever. It will do something. Please get working on this here. Would be much helpful. This is just impossible to get a hold of. There you are. 1 point. No workers or mechanism. They went home. Yes, the source of gravel is empty. I realize this. If we could just get some workers here. But there are workers here. Yes, not a lot, but there are workers all the time. We should lower maybe here a little bit. Yes, they don't have any steel at the moment anyway. But you're coming 20. Oh, that's all you need. Please, load up some passengers here. 6 to road 1590. I think that is our little electrical wire. Yes, it is. But it doesn't matter because they don't have a crane, and without that it takes forever to do this. There's 59 workdays left, and you have 6 workdays bringing with you. So at this rate, it's going to take a few weeks. I know you're not inclined to send this out here. No, not much. The concrete plant is not finished yet neither. Need steel, need what else? Mechanical components and steel. Okay. And they should be on their way, it looks like. That's good. Inkersta bus stop. Yes, this when we get the gravel, when we get the electricity, when this is finished, which it never is. At least at night it gets easier to see them. It gets possible to see them. Yes. Oh, 6 workers. Yes, 6 workers. Yes, come on then. Should we go and have a look over here? At the new place. It's not here. This is Molla. That's over there. What do you have at a place like this? You have gravel. That's all you got still. Yes. We need a few people in to work the asphalt plant and the concrete plant. There are so many buses here. Let's see, what are you doing, for example? You're something special. Yes, okay, you all probably are something special. Here, you know, there is a much closer road vehicle step. Yes, I know. What's all this stuff? Okay, that's fine. Don't need. And you, boss, what are you doing? Avkavisk, Poloshevo bus stop. Are you on a line? Not really. Wood cutting post. Okay, do that. You should be. You are like dad. Fällarna. Trädfällarna. The woodcutters. And you should park up. Not there, but here. And there are so many of these. Here's one more, but this is part of a line. All of you. This is pretty, decent. Anyway, it's okay. And you're also coal worker line. What are you doing? The woodcutters, you're heading to depot. You're the steel workers. Okay, you go here too. You too. It will be full. It is full. We can park them up in. That will be annoying. We'll put them out here. Here. Anyone else? Yes, you. There we go. Did I change you? Doesn't matter. You are still heading away. As you're not part of a line. What do you do? You're heading... What? I don't understand. Hello, what are you doing? Poloshevo meat line. There's only one on the Poloshevo meat line. As the workplace is full. There you go. Are there any more buses? I just remembered that we have halted all operations here at the distillery or brewery, although we are full on alcohol, so it's fine. But still, we should get going again. And yeah, you're working. Yes, we have smoke. You're working as well. Yes. One more bus remains. What are you doing? Petroleum worker line. I haven't sent them to the depot yet. Then there's quite a few here. Yes. They're not even going to fit here. What are you doing? Why did you leave? It's full already. Okay. It's a bit ridiculous this. Having so many buses. I don't like doing this, but if I do that, put them in a Yes, but I still have the line, even though I put them in here. Okay, that's all you settled. Anyone else? You're patrolling worker line. You are heading to a workplace. You are also patrolling worker line. You are something different. Gdansk bus stop. What is this? Okay. Patrolling worker line. Yes, you're on your way. But you are asphalt and things. You can do so, like this. Asfalt och betongarbetarna. Yes. Asphalt and concrete beton, yes, concrete workers somehow, and they need to go there, and we really only want them to focus on this for the moment. We could even try and do this, go there, yes, and don't do this. And there's another bus. Oh, god damn it, I closed it down. That's annoying. That's very annoying. Yes. Oh, it's still there. Fantastic. Gdansk bus stop though is still also there. It should not. There you go. And one more, which is the concrete plant. There you go. And then you can go back to the asphalt plant, you know, because they might have space for a new shift or something. Or not really. Problem is just that you don't have anywhere to get workers at the moment. And I think that if any place should be used, it ought to be here. Is this? Yes, that is bus stop too. Okay. So you go to asphalt plant and concrete plant and bus stop too. So that's the only bus left. Yes, that's the only bus. How much gravel? We still have plenty of gravel. We only need to get a few people in here. Molna. Hello. No. Yes. You get to leave a villager's house. Yes, there are no villagers left. All of their descendants have gone. So you get to live in their house. Although I'm not sure it will be enough to put anyone on. There was... this is something else. What are you doing? Malm... Oh, iron ore workers. Right. There's only one. Should we... we'll put you over here. Now there are many windows again. It tends to be quite often. Here. No, not suitable as a stop. No, not intending to use it as a stop. Neither. Now, problem is only that these people will go to work at places like the school and places like the hospital, and there will be no one waiting at the bus platform like this. I mean, you might even have to do without hospital and without school for the moment. What you do have is the shop, of course. Yes, I think 5 will do it. And of course also the pub. 2 more stuff. Oh, really? It feels a bit cruel to leave them completely without. Okay, you can have a minimal thing. Yes, we want them to grow and repopulate. That would be an interesting experiment if that would be enough to spur them on. Oh, down here we have way too many. College you can definitely do without for the moment. Yes, you'll have to grow up without, but you're very close. Oh, sorry, your parents and the likes need to be working at the asphalt plant and the concrete plant mostly. And also this, yes, here. Source of workers is empty. But what is your source of workers? Polochevo bus stop too. Okay, there are more things that we need to cut down on. Isn't there? But the hospital is fixed. The kindergarten. There are only 3 workers in there. Yes, but we'll minimize. Yes. And if anyone would happen, no one works over here anyway. They can't even walk to that place, so that's good. That's a luxury we don't have to deal with. Oh, this is the second kindergarten. We definitely don't need that. 1 is plenty. Okay. 16 workers can't work because there's no kindergarten. But there is. Pardon me. Okay, so 16 workers can't work because there's no kindergarten. And here there are 8 staff. I don't know what, but there's another kindergarten over there. And it doesn't have any staff. Why not? Okay, maybe you would prefer this one. That's completely okay with me. But you're only getting 1. Right. Now this would be lovely if we could get staffed, but it is not within walking distance. I'm not busing people down there. Where am I? What are all these doing? What are you doing, for example? Food worker line. You're still out and about. Okay. There is only 1 left. You should go to this depot. Cement plant, concrete plant, cement plant, concrete plant, and asphalt plant. Yes. No workers cannot store or export asphalt. Would you happen to have any workers here? Yes, 1 worker is waiting. 2. Anyone else? Oh, one more. No, they're walking through. One more, yes. Oh, 4. This is going great. Yes, this is going fantastic, indeed. Yes, up here, I think there's more things to tend to. There always is, that's the problem. This game really eats you up, completely. And that is not good for you in the long run. Some of the goods selling is missing. I don't think so. It looks pretty good. Yes, and you've gone through your first truck of meat. You're about to, anyway. Ingersta gas station, you have fuel, very good. Do you have electricity yet? No. But you are very close. Yes, you are very, very close. 14 workdays left. Here we can talk about slow progress. I mean, if you could even call it progress. Thought the reason you built these cheap ones is because they're quick and cheap, both in labor and material to build. But this is not timely in any sense of the word, or imagination. No. Here, yes. The bus, 6 more workers. Fantastic, I hope you're coming here. Yes, you're coming here. Quite why they choose not to bring out a crane, I don't know. They have. Look here. You're out doing something else. Large rail open storage, okay. Well, that's important too, but if you could have gotten to help on this. Six workers on the construction site. 10 workers left. We're not going to finish on this. Concrete plant, 2 workers. And the crane, they have a crane. See the difference it makes. Uh, 306 workers left. It will be a while. Yes, it will be a long way. It is very close. There's now 7 workdays, and you are 6 people. But you will not. Yes, your working shift is over about. But not all of you. No, okay, you arrived on another bus, I suppose. Oh, 8 all educated people arrived. This is finally electricity. How long time? 3 years or 2 at least. Let's think, it was when the Soviet Union dissolved that we were getting into this. Yes, getting into it. Not starting it. That was before. So now it's January of 1993. Yes, 2 years. God damn it. No, that would be 1 year. Yes. All of 92, which was not a good year. Let's not remind ourselves of that. We have stabilized, we have bottomed out. Yes, we're looking at the recovery here. will probably be a very elongated, non-V-shaped recovery. This Inkersta electric substation. You now have electricity. There is now gravel, and they have realized immediately here that there is gravel. This took a little bit longer than expected, but here we have it. Finally. It is still terribly slow, though. Yes, but we could build a new road in parallel here with the old one. Or we could just replace this, because there is this one, and have a proper one here. Yes, but for the moment, though, let them have the gravel. They have been waiting for a long time. This is not quick. A quick way of unloading. No, but until we have the infrastructure available to do it in a quicker way, this is what we have. At least we have gravel now. None of you want very much of it. 100%, 35 tons. Train aggregate unloading to road. Okay, a big road. That's good. We need those. Yes. Yes, and this will be complete in a very long time, in 272 workdays. Oh, this is not. We have to leave it now, you know. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. We're going to see if we can do some final closing up remarks here and wrap it up a bit. Yes, I'm not sure what that will be. Yes, we have a bit of a catastrophe on our hands, unfortunately. But I put the hope into this place. Yes, properly laid out. Yes, with an enormous shopping center that is not maybe the most efficient use of space, considering you have all the lot of lost potential. Never mind. We could even have a bit more here. Residential buildings, yes, flats. The brick type, please get citizens, yes. If we should follow the pattern of the other side, yes, the pattern of the other side also involved removal of the roads. Yes, it did. So does this. Construction and equipment for citizens. Indeed, residential buildings. Maybe we should have them this way here. Can't build due to infrastructure. It wouldn't happen to be a little bit of a... Not really, but here it is. We shall see what happens. Oh, there was quite a bit to fill in here. There we go. Now we should have a good foundation. if it is, yes, this is definitely possible to get the road through. This is ridiculously wide, in fact, but it will do. Yes. Road of the finest variety. No gravel, really. Yes, okay, this bit can be gravel. No. Okay. Yes, that's a bit wide apart, spread. Okay, and these are going to need footpaths in order to be able to facilitate later upgrading of these here terrible mud roads that they will be plagued with for a while. Some other infrastructure is in the way. Okay. Yes, we do that. We get that in. Hello. How? I mean, this will be a long time before we get anywhere. But you are, yes, you're working for the construction office. Good. Getting people in. We could do this auto search for everything that you could help with a bit of workers, since you have all the buses. Although we're talking like 5, yes, 5, exactly 5 workers that are waiting at this very moment. Oh, it is not a lot. Have we managed to get, yes, 3 workers in here? Concrete plant then. No workers in the concrete plant. That's too bad. Let's see, the Mars 305. Get out. No, not out. No. Yeah, it's fine. Crap. Get in and get out. Yes. You lose the line. Or you lose the vehicles association with the line when you do that, which of course makes sense. It's the only way you would be able to do it. But still, it gets me you every time. I think I'm getting a bit exhausted here. Yes, you could wrap up then and call it a night. It's completely fine at this point. It is in fact maybe a bit overdrawn, a bit. Yes, construction is running without it. But it's hard to live, when construction is running without issues. They have all the materials to finish this bit. Here we have. Okay, you have not finished the train quite yet. 153 tons left. I think building a quarry somehow would have been quicker. But crushing stone, we don't want to be doing that. In more places than we have to. Yes, transporting gravel, very economical. No, but this will have to be it. So to wrap up, indeed, do it then. Yes, I'm about to. Great catastrophe. 8,177 population as we head into 1993. But we are rebounding. But this this is not good. 15,300, and yes, we lost almost half the population. Nears makes no difference, half the population. You have built more buses. We could take them to... you should not be building buses more now, because we have plenty of buses. Or we could slow down or something. Yes. Map. Vehicle production line. You go... here. You go... Where do you go? Vehicle production line. You here. Maybe there is a bit many buses here, but that's fine. Or it isn't fine. There is one worker waiting. They are staying around for a lot longer now than before. Now that we have food for them. So that's hopeful. But they cannot produce asphalt because there's no bitumen, of course not. Yes, difference. This will be done sooner or later. And the new place, the new town, the model society, or the small community will be finished in a few years' time, maybe. And then we can start up the heavy industry again of steel making and coal extraction and what have you, oil refining and chemical production and plastics. Yes, all that nice, good stuff. Good night.